Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about empathy. And I know, it's a word we hear all the time, but it's often kind of misunderstood. So we're going to look at it a little differently. Not as just a feeling, but as an active, intentional journey. Ready to take that first step?
Our whole exploration starts right here, with this really simple but powerful invitation. This isn't just some poetic line, It's the absolute heart of empathy. It's an offer to connect and a request to just be present with each other. This is our starting line.
So when we say empathy, what are we really talking about? It's so easy to just think of it as, feeling sorry for someone. But we're going to frame it in a whole new way, as a journey of understanding. It's a conscious process we decide to go on with another person.
Now, notice how this definition is all about action. It's about active listening, mutual understanding, and really valuing the connection that's happening right here, right now. Empathy isn't something passive. It's this dynamic, ongoing thing you do.
But if it's a journey, what's the destination? Well, here's the thing. It's not about solving a problem or winning an argument. The whole goal is the connection itself. It's about creating this little space where we can be authentic, feel like we belong, and maybe even find a shared purpose. In a way, the journey itself is the reward.
That reward sounds pretty great, right? But how do we actually begin? What are the very first steps we can take to build that connection? Let's get into the practical, concrete actions. Okay, here are the starting points. First, just be fully present. No distractions, no thinking about what you're going to say next. Just be there. Second, you've got to actively listen. This is more than just hearing words. It's about trying to find the feeling behind the words. And third, and this one is so important, recognize the power of connecting in silence. Sometimes just being there, saying nothing at all, is the most empathetic thing you can possibly do. I love this because it really captures that feeling of making progress. When we take these steps, we're not just two separate people standing still anymore. We're actually moving. We're walking with our empathy. And all of a sudden, we have a shared direction. We're on the path together.
Of course, this journey isn't always a smooth ride. We all carry around our own internal baggage, and that stuff can be a major roadblock to connection. To really walk with someone, you have to be willing to set a few things down first.
And here are the big ones. To really connect, we have to consciously try to set aside our judgment, our pride, our assumptions, and even our disagreements. This doesn't mean you pretend they don't exist. It just means choosing, in that moment, to make the connection more important. Think about it. In a tense conversation, just letting go of the need to be right for a second can open the door to actually hearing what the other person is feeling.
And let's be totally honest. This is difficult. It's really hard. Our brains are kind of wired for judgment and for protecting ourselves. So empathy can be a real struggle. It takes effort. It takes vulnerability. But the main takeaway here is that even just the attempt, the trying, is so worthwhile. So what happens when we actually commit to this journey, when we take the steps and we actually manage to set down those barriers? What does that shared destination even look like?
The result is, it's profound. You move from having two competing monologues to having a genuine dialogue. And notice the wording here. It's not I find a way or you find a way. It's we find a way together. That is the amazing collaborative outcome of real empathy.
Ultimately, this is what it's all about. When we go on this journey of empathy, we don't just understand someone better, we build something new. The connection itself becomes more unified, it becomes stronger, and it's way more capable of handling whatever challenges come next. That is the real power of this whole process. And so that brings us to the end of our little explainer. But really, it's a beginning. When you start looking at empathy as a journey, it totally transforms it from this passive feeling into an active choice you can make. So the question I want to leave you with is this: whose journey can you choose to join today?